Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and start this. Start this maniac. Hello, it's me. I got Skyheart, and we're doing Metroid. We're playing Metroid Prime. We have 14% completion. So let's go ahead and start this. I hope I'm sounding pretty good. Hope you're doing good too. Camera a little off, but that's because there's like light right coming up from my my curtain. But I think we're good. I think we're decent. I think we're good. I think I'm starting to figure out the audio thing. I think it boils down to I just need to get like a better microphone, maybe. Need a better microphone and a better stand. But anyway, okay, where were we at? There's a lot of doors here that we haven't gone through. Like there's apparently elevator that we can go through here, go through here. This goes to Chozo Ruin West, but this spot. So there's a door up here we can't get to, but we can get to over here to go back to Magmore Caverns. But over here, there's like a lot of doors we can go through. So I don't remember. Apparently there's a door up there, but we can't get to it. But there's stuff over here. Like we can get through here now because we have the ball. Oh, it was a missile expansion. Oh, cool. How nice. And then there's, I think there's stuff over here too. Oh, it's up there. Yeah, we can't get up there yet. It is kind of funny that Samus' ship is just here, and it looks exactly like the ship from Super Metroid. It's really cool. Also, I've noticed that some people actually play the game like this. Options. Helmet visibility off. And you can see like a good chunk of the screen, but you can still have the HUD on. Personally, I keep pressing start. I personally want to have the helmet visibility because it didn't bother me last time. So, like, it doesn't bother me. It bothers some people, though. But it's kind of interesting to see. It's part of the HUD, I feel. Gives you the immersion. The immersion that you are Samus. It's so cool. The Brinstar theme. Okay, where am I going? I don't remember where I'm going. Alright, wait. I think this leads to that one thing. Wait, can I go further in it? Wait, can I even get up there anymore? I should be able to. This game looks so freaking amazing. Oh, fudge. Oop. Like, this game looked great on the GameCube, and somehow they made it, like, better. Like, they somehow made it better. I am actually pretty glad, like, to look through the game. Like, I booted up the Prime Trilogy collection. And, yeah, this game is a lot darker. Oh, fudge. Did I scan these things? Yeah, I did. Just kill them. They don't deserve it. And then we're here. Can I just shoot this thing now? I can. Cool. Hey, Lax, what's up, dude? How you doing? Okay, now we're here. Ooh. What do we got here? New Chozo lore entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Chozo script translated. The containment of the Great Poison. This task has fallen to the Chozo, and we will not flee from our duty, even as we suffer with the land and its creatures. We will pour our will into the 12, the artifacts which form the lock that holds this great evil at bay in the depths of this planet. This lock must stand up to all who might come to assault it. To preserve the power of the seal and protect it from those who would meddle for their own designs, we will spread the artifacts across the land, hiding them from prying eyes. The lock must never be opened until the day comes when disaster can finally be put right. Taco Bell, hell yeah. Taco Bell, man. Taco Bell's good. This must be the lock mechanism of the Metroid games. I wonder what's the scan. There it is. This is a Chozo artifact. Collect it and then scan the totems here for clues and the locations of the remaining artifacts. Together, the artifacts will open a path to the center of the impact crater. Yeah, this is the Turian. This is like the Turian thing. Chozo artifact acquired. I don't remember if I got this on the Wii version. This is the artifact of truth, the first of the 12. Scan the totems here for clues on the locations of the remaining artifacts. Together, the artifacts will open a path to the center of the impact crater. Yes. The fall of Zibs. I feel like I have done this before. This remake reminds me a little bit of the Shadow Colossus remake. Remaster remake. Translating Chozo ruins on the totem surface. A sun chamber high atop our ruined home became the nest of the great beasts, and a source of corruption. Many Chozo spirits have been drawn to this tainted place, release their bond to the world, and claim the artifact of Wild. Within the ruins of our home, we honor our fallen elders in a great hall. A chamber beneath the statue holds the artifact of world. A new artifact entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Translating Chozo statues. In one of Talon's far corners, a grove of life lies. Reveal the pillar beneath the ways to find the artifact of Chozo. The heat of Magmor was a test of many warriors. A shrine in the honor holds the artifact of strength. So there's one in Magmor. You have restored power to this Chozo totem, so that one's fine. Invaders have claimed Fendrana as their own. A tower sits atop of their fortress. Collapse it to reveal the chamber where the artifact elder is held. A tall cave stands in Fendrana's edge. Seek the unseen entrance at its top to find the artifact of spirit. There is a tower within the ruins where light always shines. Move through the waters there to find the artifact of Life Giver. I think I got them all. Yeah, I think I got them all. So, go with this one. Yeah. Yeah, I got them all. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, time to go find some artifacts. Quesadilla. Quesadilla. I love how the music just changes. Show the script translated. Throughout our living nightmare, as we battled with this unyielding darkness, we Chozo see a light. The light glows with promise, chasing the shadows cast by the great poison, and purifying that which has grown toxic. It is strange, though. At times, it looks to our eyes as if the light coalesces into the figure of a woman. Burning brightly, the luminescence descends from space, then retreats back into the infinite blackness from whence it came. When this prophecy comes to pass, when the light recedes, The Chozo long vigilance of containment will finally come to an end. Because they're prophesized that Samus will come and liberate them? I don't know. I do like a lot of people have already pretty much said that this is the definitive edition of Metroid Prime, which I agree. I agree. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Just decided time to play more Metroid. Time to play more Metroid Prime. It's not a better time to do so, anyway. I woke up pretty early, though. Well, I say early, but not really. Did I get this thing? I did not. Wow. Sepsec. It explodes. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Wait, is there a thing over here? I guess that thing is causing a reflection, and it's wrong. It may be right. I don't know. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah. E is scanned, right? Yeah. There you go. Somehow I didn't see this thing. I need the grapple beam. The zoomers. Ugh. See, I'm not. I know I'm not the only one here that thinks this game's like super dark, and when you do the charge beam, it doesn't illuminate the area, and I think it's supposed to. So this game could use some updates. What is this? Incubating life forms below the surface. Oh. Close to that elevator there. Access the magma caverns granted. Have I tried any amiibos yet? Are you able to use amiibos? Because typically they have a like amiibo functionality. They show you where it is. And as far as I'm aware of, there's like no, like they would be like around here. Like, you know, like an option would say amiibo somewhere. As far as I'm aware of, there's no amiibo support. They would typically tell you when there is amiibo support. Spider ball. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Hang on. So, am I supposed to go back? Well, there's more stuff over there, but am I able to? Huh. Maybe I'm supposed to go back to Talon 4. Because I don't have the spider ball. And it doesn't look like there's a way over here until I get the spider ball. So I guess I'm going to have to go back and get the spider ball. Wherever that is. But yeah, I don't think there's amiibo support in this game. I don't think Retro Studios decided to do it. I think this is a faithful I think this is a very faithful port or remaster. I think that was the whole point. I think the point of this game is to be a faithful remaster. The rumor I've been hearing is that this game was actually done a long time ago. Like it was finished before the reboot of Metroid Prime 4 came out, and Nintendo, after seeing like how well this remaster looked, they were like, okay, you guys are working on Prime 4 instead of whoever it was before prior. And that's generally like how the Prime 4 came to be. Because whatever was going on with Prime 4 prior, it was not working. It wasn't working like they wanted it to. Let's go this way. Yeah, I am curious because like there are some people that are thinking like this is the like Metroid Prime trilogy does have the fusion suit coded into it because it's the same game from the Prime. It's just there's no way for you to access it because there's no GBA link cable. So I'm actually curious if it's still here. It's just there's no way for people to access it. Well, this game already runs like 60 frames at 4K. Oh, this thing's different. Yeah, we're already we just did a circle back to this area. I have yet to see 4K screenshots, though. I would love to. The Yuzu community is like so freaking nutso, man. They are absolutely like nuts. How did I not scan this already? Weakened. Man, I haven't scanned a whole lot of stuff over here. There's some people don't like the scanning in Metroid Prime, I found out. Because it takes them out of the action. But it's only like one time, and then the game kind of like streamlines itself, really. Ooh, God. And you kind of need to scan objects because you wouldn't know some weaknesses or like where to go, really. You're constantly scanning stuff. You're constantly shooting stuff too. Things are everywhere. How are they nuts? What do you mean? Like scanning? Like the scanning's nuts, or the beetles are nuts? Like I'm trying to remember what I said. Oh, Yuzu? Oh, Yuzu. How are they nuts? The game came out in like a day, and they're like, well, now you can play it on your computer. don't think that's nuts for emulation? Like it's just crazy, you know. Like generally, like emulators, they're like, yeah, this game's pretty tough. This is nuts. So it's going to take like years for us to figure out how to play this game on the computer. And now it's just like, nah, day one, you can do it. Go ahead. Like those guys are nutty. Remember the DS? Yeah, but I'm just saying it's like it's nuts. Like prior it was like hey, we have this thing called the Dolphin emulator, and things are not booting all the time, so it's going to take us like 11 years to get everything nice and booted onto the system. And then it took them that long to get the whole games booted. I probably got to go over here. That's purple, so probably not. Like I don't have the grapple hook, so I don't know where I'm going really. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's nuts. It's like, yeah, we're not able to boot anything. Or we're like yeah, we have like things that can boot, but they're not playable. And yet the Yuzu community is just like, oh, this game came out yesterday. Now it's playable. Okay, cool. In fact, every game that comes out now is just playable. Which is it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. Incoming scan data. Foreign technology present. Active transport located. Where? Oh. So I guess it wants me to go over here. I like that. Thank you, video game, for telling me where I need to go. Okay. Just shows you how Steam Deck motivates people. Dude, they were doing that before Steam Deck was even a thing, but I guess it would be it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to think like their motivation has increased because of Steam Deck. But they were already nuts like nutso prior, because like Steam Deck wasn't even a thing when Metroid Dread came out, and they like day zero. I was going to say day zero, but it wasn't really day zero. It was just launch day. Launch day of Metroid Dread. Just, good God, they're everywhere here. Well, well, I'm just saying, it's like you're probably not too far off the mark either. Yeah, wow, there's an elevator to it over here somewhere. That's all I was saying. I was just saying, like, you're not too far off the mark on the idea that they might have been motivated because of it too. Oh. Oh, come on. I can destroy him now. Ow! Bugs! Little lightning bugs, I'm not even here to fight you. Remember when we fought the wasp nest here? I wonder if they, I wonder if they're, going to be... Because I don't remember it being in, Metroid Prime 3, and I never really played Echoes. Like I played Echoes for a little bit, not a whole lot. But I do wonder if they're gonna put the speed boots in. Like I don't even know if the speed boots are in this game. I'm actually curious if the speed boots are gonna return in like Metroid Prime 4, because that'll be really interesting to see. You know, the idea of wait a minute, was there a safe spot here? Oh no, I'm just really close to one. That'll just be like really interesting to see Shine Spark in the 3D Metroid game. Because that was like one of the cool things about Metroid Dread was the Shine Spark. These things aren't really... Ow. I probably should have killed them. Why is it going after them first and not the big guy that's like right next to Samus? Did I scan these things? Yeah, I did. It's not coming up to me. Almost there. What is this thing? Those look familiar. I don't remember what you can do with them. Ah! I think I've been here. Yeah, I've been through here before. Yeah, I remember this. Oops. Forgot about that. My hair is like on my neck and it really feels like there's like a bug or something on it. And I'm like, oh, get it off me. But I don't feel a bug. It's just my hair. Okay. So I need to go over there. Ouch! Ugh. It's going down. Ugh. I think Metroid Prime is like such a gnarly game. I mean, because like you can get lost in it much easier than you could in like Super Metroid. You know, I found out. I don't know if it's you, Lax, but someone loves watching my VODs. I have found out. I have found this out because like I don't know if it's actually me or someone, but like I have noticed like I get a pretty good view count for my standards anyway. Like it's a I guess is why I didn't. I should have just came back over here. Like my VOD count would be like 17 views, and I'm like, okay, so someone's like probably just like checking in and probably like skimming through, but not like there have been like at least two VODs I looked through that someone actually was like watching them. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Someone actually cares. It's pretty cool. I thank you, random person. Immersion pistons are leaching power from magma pools as planned. Geothermal power source is promising. Recommended energy command: deactivate central dynamo and switch to geothermal power at once. Geothermal power routing to the station is complete. Unstable magma flow is a concern. Remove tower from geothermal grid if fluctuations exceed safety levels. Local crystal formations possess a low phazon residue. They do have a high value to the monks of Grandheim, however. Recommended processing of crystals for that market once phazon has ceased. So they're... This is all like manufacturing. Pour of any signs of magma predator activity to secure central at once. Magma energy. Is this actually real? Do people actually... Is this like a real science thing? Magma energy? Mute stream when you click. I wonder if that number is just a I wonder if people call that number and it's just the advertisement for the Mario movie. That is so cool. Oh my god, that was so good. That's their Super Bowl commercial, ain't it? That was so good. Oh my god. I knew they were doing Mario Brothers Super Show stuff, but that made me happy so much. Oh my god. Just so you know, I just want to let people who happen to be watching the VOD or watching the stream, anyone who watched this, hang on, I put Steam Labs, but I meant Stream Labs. Back when Twitch had hosting. That's how much I really love that commercial. I want to like it even more. I am going to watch the Mario movie when it comes out. But back whenever we had hosting, this was my host. Oh wait, is it not there anymore? It's not there anymore. No, it's gone. I'm sad. Well, I guess I could just like Streamlabs did have the they still had the host button there for a while, but I guess they finally got rid of it. But anyway, I had a thing. Let me go ahead and change my stuff here because I can show you what it was. Oh no, is it? This is probably it. It's not. It's either this one or this one. That's not it. That's it. So this is what would have happened if I got hosted. Which is going to show the freaking thing again. I had to save it first. Hang on. Save settings.
Do the Mario
there we go.
swing your arms from side to side.
There we go.
It's time to go. Do the
See?
Mario. Take one step and then again.
I love it. I'm just gonna keep that as the raid thing. But that's why I really love that commercial. Thank you for showing me that. That was freaking. That was amazing. I love that so much. I love that commercial so much. I want to keep. God, oh my God, and that's their Super Bowl commercial, ain't it? Like 3 days ago. Oh my goodness. It may not be the Super Bowl commercial, but it sure feels like it. That's what they're going to be showing at the Super Bowl. God, oh, all of that is so good. Where did you just see that on like Twitter or something? Like, how did people find that out? When is the Super Bowl? Today, I think at 7. On Twitter, man, dude, oh my God. I can't believe that was like completely missed me. That is like such a. Not only is that a nostalgia trip, but that was like so good. That was such a good. The Fendra drifts in north. Oops, I meant to do that. Okay. Oh God, I loved all that. I love all that. That was. They had the Super Mario Super Show theme song and everything. I knew they had. I just knew they were like drawing inspiration from that. We're on top of the mountain now. When the cold drifts. Can I scan this? See. Anything over here? Kind of feels like I'm going to meet some indigenous species or something like that. I remember when I got here on the Wii and being completely blown away at how this place looks. Being like, whoa, look at this place. And it was also like around here that I kind of thought about like how Zelda Metroid kind of is, and it was kind of like I was starting to piece together like Nintendo games have like this like unique feel to them. Oh, I should start scanning. Stuff here. Hang on. Prime Hunters. I need to get that game before the eShop goes away. Crystallite. Yeah, they're pretty much those one guys. Oh, really? Huh. Can I kill it? I have to use missiles. I know. It's a forgettable system. I get it. I just have to remind people that it existed every once in a while. I'll never call it a bad system, but you're forgiven. Any system that allows you to play like the DS games, and or really a virtual console that people keep saying that the Nintendo desperately needs. Like I can't call it a bad system. Oh my god, these things are too fast for me. Yeah, they're there, man. Flicker bat, scavenger with optical camouflage, flashing that renders it visible to the naked eye. Flicker bats are deceptive creatures. The only way to track them is reliability is with the X-ray imaging. They fly ceaselessly, hunting insects and other small prey that float on the air currents. Flicker bats tend to fly in cycling hunting patterns, using primitive sonar to navigate. I see. You know, let's go over here. What's this? Is this a safe spot? How come I've never scanned the save stations? But yeah, Metroid Prime Hunters. I think Pinball may be on there too. I don't know if Metroid Prime Pinball is on the Wii U eShop either. But I do know Hunters is, and I need to get it. Interesting. Lore in the save section. Oh, fudge! Oh. Dude, I remember getting a DS and playing Metroid Prime Hunters. Like that was like the cool thing when the DS came out. They were like, people need to play something. We're going to give them Metroid Prime Hunters demo to play, and that game didn't come out until like 2 years after. Blast shield. I know my missiles aren't going to hit that. See, look. Yep. Nope. We're getting to the point where I played this game and I'm like, where the hell do I go? The game doesn't necessarily really tell you where exactly you need to go. Let's see. No. Yes. Maybe down here. Oh, this is ice. Oh, you can slide all over the place. Oh, it's sometimes it's not ice. Sometimes it's ice, sometimes it's not. I see. It's not ice, it's just shallow. Over somewhere, yeah, I know. Somewhere. I have a feeling like my frames on my XSplit are not the same as they are on TV. Nope. Maybe my computer will tell me after I like leave the area. Wait. That just takes me back to Magmore. And I came here because of Magmore, so clearly. Is there really nothing else here? That looked like there was something there. Oh. This seems obvious now. Wait, no it's not. Grating has become brittle from temperature fluctuations. Large traces of radion detected. Ah, there we go. See, I knew there was something. I just knew there was something there. There we go. Now what? The door directly above has been unlocked. Nice. See, using brain. I'm using my brain here. You have to use the scanner and you have to use your brain. It may be hard sometimes, but brain has to be used. Yeah, there we go. What we got over here? No, shut up. What is this thing? Oh my god, I want to read that thing. What is this thing? Scatter Bamu. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from the creature's body. Like all Bamus, these creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these lifeforms may result in electrical visor interference. It is possible to avoid engaging Scatter Bamus by rolling into the morph ball, slipping between the rotating energy streams. Cool. Nice to know. Woohoo! Let's go. Oh, more Bamus. Are they really supposed to be called Bamus, or are they just bombs? I don't know. God, this place looks much better. Like, look at the details of these rocks. They look so good. Look way better than what I remember. What's in here? What are you? Baby Sheegoth, Glacial Predator. Ice Shield protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves as protect layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak point, baby Sheegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra cold gas and potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. Let's see. Ugh. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Where am I going? I keep wanting to press Y to shoot my missiles. And I know that's wrong. I like how Samus has no chill of killing animals, yet she is canonically known to love animals. Like, that's like the one weird quirk that that's like the one little thing that that is known about Samus, and they kind of played off in the Smash Brothers emissary thing. See, I keep pressing Y to press to use the missiles. I don't know why. Is there a way to no, it's probably not. Have a morph ball set to R and missiles to Y. not sure why I feel like that. Ooh, hello. Ice burrower. Burrower adapted to sub-freezing climates. A hardy life form, the ice burrower has adapted to the frigid climb of Fendrana. It spends most of its time tunneling through the frozen soil, but will occasionally surface to attack passerby. Let's see. Ouch! Good lord, they're everywhere. I keep wanting to call this place Fendara, but I know that's wrong. It's Fendrana. Ooh. Oh, that's the pulse bomb. Baby Shegoth. Ah. Like, yeah, Samus, I love how, like, some artists have depicted, like, what I've considered to be, like, accurate portrayal of, like, Samus. Which is, like, she sees Pikachu and, she is, like, immediately in love with it. It's like, she's not, like, she loves animals. Like, that's, like, the one, like, that's, like, a weird, thing that Samus has, like, there's a lot of indication that Samus does love like cute things and animals in general. So it is kind of funny that she's out here killing animals. As the Great Poison reaches even further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair before it was too late. Oh, before it was too late. We now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a magical lock power, by 12 artifacts and fill it with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder, though, even if when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life? They're talking about the Phazon, which has not been, like, really too prevalent in the story yet. Because at first, it's like, when you're playing the game, you think it's the poison from, like, the beginning of the, that first area. But then you got rid of the poison, but they're still talking about poison everywhere else. And you're like, what are they talking about? Ouch! More dunguses. Ah, I went right through it. It'll be alright. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be back. Oop. I have returned. It was a short break. Just I had to go pee. Oh, fudge. Oh. I don't remember this. So many creatures suffer beneath the plight upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. But for all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that that time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that savior, we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. Talk about Samus. The Chozo really do put a lot of faith in Samus. I do wonder. I'm going to assume that the Chozo are like the reason why the Chozo risen Samus. Like what was his name? Ravenbeak. Ravenbeak chose Samus because of her warrior potential. He was like, oh yeah, she will be my daughter because she has the potential of being a savage warrior, being human and all. So he gave her his DNA because he was like, he was powerful and everything. But I feel like the Chozo in general gave like put a lot of hope into Samus because they believe in they believed in a prophecy in which a human hybrid will pretty much like vindicate them or whatever. I feel like they put a lot of faith in the Samus because they believed in the prophecy. They're like a human survivor that that survived against a pirate attack. Yeah, this is the one. We're gonna believe in this woman. Like this is the woman that we're going to put all of our faith and knowledge on. Wait, is this really just for us to go back? Well, ain't I the fool? Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm the fool. I'm the fool here. So, ooh. I kind of want to play the, is this Spider Ball? Did we just get Spider Ball all of a sudden? What did we get? Boost Ball. Okay. I was like, there's... Within Morph Ball, press L or B to charge the ball. Release B after charging to get a speed boost. So Mach Ball is real. The real Mach Ball. Oh. So that's what it wants me to do. Okay. Boo! Ooh. It's down here, though. Yeah, I guess it just wants me to escape using this route. Like, do this. Or maybe it wants me to do this as well. No. No, it just wants me... I see. Mach Ball is real. The real Mach Ball. Go zoom. Oh, come on. Oh! It's so tight. There, he's dead. No, it's kind of interesting that Capcom wanted to make a Metroid Prime Mega Man X game. A Mega Man X game that's kind of like in the same style as Metroid Prime here. There's stuff here, ain't there? Blank page. I bet there's another entrance somewhere that I'm not familiar with. Yeah, there's gotta be like another entrance somewhere. Okay, so now we got Mock Ball. Oh, cutscene? Oh, is that Meta Ridley? Oh, it is. Dude, that's gotta be scary to like see something like that. That's something like that. It's like you know like that's gotta be like super scary. The like hear about a thing like it has like jet engine like noise. It goes. It's gotta be really scary to like think about. Oh, we should save because we got that. Keep wanting to press Y for missiles. I feel like I shouldn't try to change my kind of don't want to change my my buttons because if I change my buttons, I'm gonna like revert back and be like, keep pressing R for missiles because I got used to the other thing. Okay, I think I got everything I need for now over here. We'll have to return later. I think I got the thing that I needed from here. Hang on. 1 second. I heard my thing go off. See if there's anything going on with my phone here. And it turns out there wasn't, so okay. Alright. Oh. Where would I go from here? I'm actually very curious on where to go after that. Hey. Fudge, I did it again. Oh god, I dodged into the lava. Am I even going in the right direction? No. Because if anything, I need to go over here. What's over here? I don't know. Oh god, what the hell? Did it... Does this thing like... Oh, that's what happened. I was like, what happened? Why did I go into the lava? I jumped over it. Oh. Oh, that's right. Go over here. And, I guess we had... Oh yeah, I don't have any, grapple. So how do I do this without, getting bunked? Oh, there is this thing. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Am I not able to... There we go. There. Yeah, I knew there was a way to get over there, like, safely. Nothing. Oh! Oh wait, there is a thing there. What? How come it didn't? Yeah, give me that health. Oh, what is going on, Samus? Oh god, please. Oh my god. Taking forever to get into your morph ball. Oh my god. Go back to the ship. Time to go back to the ship, yo. Pop, beep, pop, pop. Beep, pop, beep, pop. Beep, pop, beep, pop. I don't know where I'm going. This game really is just get lost the game. Because it's just so don't know where I'm going. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, cool. How come I didn't do this? These large branches have been forcibly intertwined, forming what looks like to be a bridge structure. Stretch fractures can be detected throughout the surface of the sandstone wall. It's trying to tell me something. Hey. Oh, I see. I see what it's trying to tell me. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see what it's trying to tell me. Where doth thou? Exploring more of Talon 4. Cannot identify light source. No profile matches the standard of flora and fauna in the databank. Ah. We're back at the ship. What's this place? Space jump boots? They were just here the whole time? No way. Samus is like, good boots. Space jump boots required. Press jump, and while still in the air, jump again. New extras. I love how she jumped up like this, like the Shine Spark. I love how this. They just had it like right here, and it has like this, the light shining. It's like, this is your saving grace. That's so good. And then we can just jump over here and just do this. Save. I can't believe they were right there. Like I said, this is a blind playthrough. Like I played through this game, never beat it, but I am pretty like I played this game a fair bit. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. No. Okay, now that we have the high jump boots, we should go back. I want to say my profile on the Wii. I want to say I'm pretty close to beating it. Oops. I did not mean to go over here. This was not where I wanted to go. I think where I wanted to go is over here. Yes. I wonder if there's, man, I feel like I feel like there has to be like some. It's a shame that there is no like game kiosks anymore, because like I would like there to be like some kid out there that is like fairly curious about like Metroid Prime, and they'll be going to like the store and they have like a game kiosk of Metroid Prime at like Walmart or something, and and they're like playing this game like how it is right here, just like how I did it back in when Walmart had game kiosks, where I would like sometimes be like breaking my neck just to play Metroid Prime on the Walmart kiosks. And also, like, on the shelf, there would be, like, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. What the hell? Excuse me. Yes, excuse me, door. I would like to be over here. There's some mad backtracking that we need to be doing that takes place in this elevator. There's a lot of backtracking that happens. The loading in this game is a lot faster. But I don't know if that's because I have I don't know if that's because I have this digitally, or that's just the Switch. I want to say this game is a lot faster. I want to say. I don't know how true that is. Ouch! Ow! Ow! Oh god, that was nuts. Oh, that's right. Oh, wait, no. I was wrong. Oh, I just noticed like the heat lines on the on your gun that sometimes show up. Oh. I can't wait to get super missiles to destroy these things faster. The high jump boots are like such a good, they're such a good item. Aye. I can actually get up there now. It's up here. Research has a research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. This is a standard spinner device. Generator belts of the spinner can be activated by rapidly rotational force using the boost ability of the morph ball when inside to activate. Collapse the switches bridge is functional, but lacks power. Okay, it's up. Jump and jump. Nice. Anything over here of importance? What is that? A Chozo artifact? Here? Bendizium portion area unstable. Chozo artifact acquired. It's crazy. I don't think I ever got that. The second of 12. That means there's 10 more. Just here. Interesting. It's crazy that it was just here. What else is over here? Anything? Kind of looks like... Kind of looks like you can... Is that indicating of anything? So, like, I'm right here, and there's like a thing right there. Like, you can drop into this area. And I've been in that area. Which is nuts. It's like right here, right? Am I standing on top of it? Yeah, I'm on top of it. This is like right here is like a thing. Do I need to shoot a missile at it? No? Weird. This is weird. That is just very weird. Alright, let's go back to the snow area. We got the artifact that's here, apparently. Very bizarre. Can't jump in ball form still. Sometimes I do wonder if the load screens in this game are pretty much just like formality. We got that other artifact, but we can go over there now. because we have the technology. We should actually save because we're close to the save spot, so we might as well save, you know. Saving. Energy fully replenished, but your ammo has not. What? Really? You have to have extreme heat. I don't know. I never even realized the thing was there. That's crazy. I was like, oh. We have to have something of extreme heat. Oh wait, we can just go over here. Oops. What am I doing? There we go. Yes. The cordite statue is worn and weathered. Scan indicates the presence of power conduit behind the statue. Oh, it is attracted to me. I forgot. Ooh. Statue depicting Chozo balancing the plane of existence on its hand. Ooh, hello. Easy as pie. There we go. Oh. I missed my ledge. What's that thing? Ice parasite scavenger with the crystalline outer shell. Parasites are hardy creatures able to adapt to any environment within 3 generations. The ice parasite is a prime example of having adjusted to a frigid climate. This vermin now thrives in it. Omnivorous, it can exist in areas hostile to most life forms. Okay, he doesn't have much anything else to him. I like how there's like a waterfall here. I don't know if that indicated that this place used to be warmer or what? Or like we're in the winter months of the area's climate. I'm going to assume that this place did not have this roof and it was indeed warmer. The climate, the area probably did not have a warm climate, but the building here sure did. The building that we're in, anyway. I didn't miss any scan spots, did I? There's a lot of scanning, oh god. This statue depicting the bust of a Chozo philosopher. The statue is flawless. This statue is depicting a Chozo warrior. The statue is flawless. This statue is depicting a bust of a Chozo shaman. Several structure fractures can be seen running along the surface of this brimstone object. This statue is depicting a bust of a Chozo architect. The statue is flawless. So this one's not flawless. Oh. The statue's hands seem to be frozen in place. There appears to be a shell of an ice encasing water basin. The water originated from the statue's mouth. Statue depicting of a bust of a Chozo shaman adorns this door. A symbol is carved into his forehead. The translation reads, to pass my gaze, seek my twin within this room. Is that? There we go. There we go. All right. What's that? Wave beam. Huh? Oh, of course. We're gonna fight these things. The baby she-goths. Ouch! After a couple of power-ups that required no bosses, these require bosses. Oh, fudge. Ah! Ah, the she-goth. Killed its babies and now it's here to seek revenge. She-goth. Supreme predators of the Phendrana drifts. She-goths are invulnerable to most beam weapons. The crystal on their back absorbs energy at which they fire at their prey. She-goths have poor stamina. They hyperventilate after using their breath attack from their mouth area. Vulnerable. The soft underbelly of the she-goth is susceptible to concussive blasts. In battle, they expel frigid blasts of frigid gas and snare their targets. They are also fond of ramming and trampling their harmless prey. Oh god. Ah. Ugh. Oh god. There we go. It's dead. It died. I don't know if I don't know if that's how you're supposed to kill it, but that's how I killed it. The wave beam. Use X and right to switch wave beam. This weapon can open the wave doors. New access. Oops. I already forgot how you. I already forgot how you do it. Is it X? Yeah. There we go. Well, where did this thing was just here, just here, just chilling. I see. Wave beam. Wave beam. Wave beam. Beam wave. We're making a lot of progress. Wave beam is a little, it can kill it. Wonder if there's anything that we could shoot. Nope. Oops. Oh, God. Like it could tell us that we can kill it with the wave beam, though. Don't have to worry about these little bombs anymore. Okay. Wow, that really was just right there, huh? Okay, where have we seen these? Have we seen any more of these doors anywhere? There's a door over there, so let's go ahead and go save. I can't believe this guy's right here. What makes you think that you... Let's go save. Don't let that bully deal with us. The wave beam. You know, as far as I've gotten in Metroid Prime previously, I'm actually curious, did I stream that game? Like at all? Prior? Like I don't have any I don't have any memory of ever actually streaming Metroid Prime before. I feel like I played that game just on my off time. But it wouldn't surprise me if I did stream it once prior. Get over here. Oh! Walked right into him. You know, I heard someone say that there's a hidden XP thing in this game, and I'm actually curious if that's true. Like this game has hidden XP to where like your like Samus is not only getting like all these ooh, I don't know where I jumped to, but it worked. Like Samus, like you're not imagining things when you are thinking like, oh, Samus is getting stronger. It's like, yeah, Samus is getting stronger. Like you're not imagining it. She is actually getting experience points, and her damage values are actually increasing. This hanging rock structure seems to be a weak spot near its base. Some stalactites can be dislodged from ceilings, allowing them to be used as platforms to cross otherwise unreachable areas. Do, 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 do. Oh. And they get to scan it. You got killed before I can even scan it. I'll come back to scan that thing. I guess I'll have to wait till it actually, ooh. Scarabs. More scarabs. Hell. We have to be getting Spire Ball soon. Huh? Object out of scanning range. The slot is inactive. It can be likely be activated by something nearby. Let's see. Like that? Sounds like a timer thing. Ooh. Where do they activate? Water. Got a thing. Energy tank required. Got more energy. Oh. Wait, what's in here? Can I grab whatever's in here? Apparently not. Better. Better. Okay, we got multiple options here. There we go. I had a feeling there was one here. I had a feeling there was a safe spot somewhere. I was like, this looks suspicious. Very suspicious. Alright, and then this is just not optional. Door has no power, so we can only go through over here. And that is auto turn. What the hell? No. Shadow Pirate. Pirates forces Shadow Pirates forces trained and equipped for stealth operations. A select group of space pirates have access to sophisticated cloak technology. This gear drains high levels of power, however, forcing them to rely solely on melee weapons in battle. Use enhanced detection gear when fighting these units. Lordy. Biological specimens. Found the space pirates. What is that thing? Locked. The space pirates are here. Space pirate sentient, aggressor species, well trained in weapon and melee combat. Space pirates wield galvanic accelerator cannons and forearm mounted sights in combat. This species seeks to become the dominant force in the galaxy, and their technology may help them realize this goal. Ruthless and immoral, the pirates care little for their cost of their ambition. Only the results matter, and they take these very seriously. It is just... Yeah, that's a solid. Oh, God. Doors have been unlocked. Force field accessible only through the spacebar. It's bioimagining. Impossible to breach. What's up here, I wonder? So many options to go through. So, what's this? The map. You download the map for this area. What? Wow, there's so much we can go through. There's something here, definitely. We just need to restore the power to that door. Which means there's stuff over here, too. This might be an elevator. Don't know. Wait. I don't know how long this game actually is. I know some people have already beaten it, and their time says 8 hours, but I'm not sure if that's actual real time. So many hallways. Ooh. Force field that blocks entrance somewhere. Something must be nearby to unlock it. Ritual slab, Hydra. Oh, we're in. Smear 102 increase volatile record. Predator awareness indicated even the cold stasis. Oh, I see. Space Pirate decrypted data decoded. Log 10515.8. Our initial test exposing Talon 4's indigenous parasites to Phazon appears to be successful. Increases in strength size, and aggressiveness are common in all test subjects, as well as unforeseen evolutions like additional poison sacs within the abdomen and the appearance of a second ring of mandibles in several subjects. These creatures were once because of the resilience. It appears possible that, given enough exposure to Phazon, they may one day be able to survive on any planet we transport them to. Our methods will have to be refined. We currently have the 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period, and most survivors of the 3rd infusion stage are so violent and uncontrollable that they have been euthanized. Even still, we remain hopeful that further experimentation will result in success. Phazon fluid bath levels at 70%. Check-in diagnostics per procedure 12.003.8. We're starting to learn more and more about the Phazon here. Session 29. Life signs normal. Pulse at 140%. Mass increase of 4%. Space data decrypted. 10.344. We have decodified the newfound energy source of the Phazon, a V-index mutagen, of which we have very little reliable data. Indications point to a meteor of unknown origin expelling Phazon into the environment. This material appears to possess the power to mutate organic life forms sufficiently to withstand its poison. These mutations appear promising, with abrupt evolutionary leaps appearing in single-generation reproduction. The plans to establish a full science team on Talon 4 have been finalized.
Recording to logbook.
Mining operations have begun near the crater where Phazon appears to be the most concentrated. Daily Phazon yields have increased 44%. Our mining system becomes more streamlined as personal and equipment flows increase. Several incidents of Phazon-induced madness have been reported, prompting augment life support regulators in deeper chambers. Symptoms include loss of equilibrium, erratic respiration, muscle spasms, and, in the most extreme cases, hallucinations. The timeline reassessment for the refinery operation is recommended as the material moves more unstable to initial analysis indicated. So yes, it is Phazon. The poison is Phazon. Xenome SA is undergoing relocation in Hydra Lab. Phazon infusions within the central core of Xenome SA is 70% saturation. Increased dosage appears viable. Most terraforming and retrofitting of security checkpoints on Talon 4 is complete, but we cannot continue the research to the alarming epidemic of breaches by local creatures. Door records show no unauthorized entries, so we must presume that the creatures are either slipping in undetected during our daily personal moves or else finding their way through subterranean tunnels. We have found many small breaches of this latter sort and plugged them whenever we can, but it is unlikely that we will ever achieve full extermination within our current timetable. So, pirates are getting overrun by the local wildlife regardless. Okay, time to kill more pirates. There. We're in the Hydra Lab. Is that Metroid? Yeah, it's the Metroid. Yeah, it's showing stuff about Metroids. Coordinate casing column appears weak.
Recording to logbook.
Research Outpost Glacier 1 on the Vandrana Just region of Talon Forest Mountains is operating at 85% capacity. Sub-zero temperatures may have made the Metroids sluggish and easy to control. Even those well into Phazon infusion cycles, cold containment stasis tanks are sufficient for the juveniles, but some of the larger Metroids have been moved into quarantine caves for safety purposes. Security doors remain an issue as malfunctions due to ice occur every day. Large predators in the wastes are also concerned, as they continue to kill personal and breach secure areas. Unfortunately, it has become clear that our containment teams cannot neutralize all of them without a vast increase in mutations in soldiers. So, they were definitely working on Metroids here. Do not handle sedated xenomes without proper ice containment weapons. Appears weak, but I can't do anything about it. The node. Any other things? Device is currently not active. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Holographic special schematic on lockdown.
Recorded to logbook.
Scans of the spiral sector detected massive energy spikes emanating from the Wanderer class planet identified known as Talon 4. Scout reconnaissance was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike in a landmass heading mark 400802. Returning with planetary samples atmospheric imaging, analyst shows the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we are unlikely to find an energy source this powerful again. Analysts will continue, but currently Talon 4 appears to be a viable secondary headquarters.
Recorded to logbook.
Phazon mining is underway. Several garrisons have been established, and terraforming of the Chozo ruins are underway. Security systems are operational, and science team continues to make progress in their biotech research. The Vendrana drifts have proven to be optimal location for research headquarters, and soon it will be joined by a fully operational combat base and starport. Command's predictions are half true. We shall rise to dominance in this sector within a decacycle. Truly, these are glorious times. They're really liking these, the Phazon stuff. Holographic sequence initialized. Oh. Okay. I like this, I like the song, like the song that plays whenever it's like Samus has to think. Puzzles. Samus puzzles. Oops. Can't get up there. Hang on. Doop. Oh no. It's funny that you can't really move the camera while you're in ball form because the original game didn't have camera support for the third-person sections. Space. Hey, there's a thing up there. So what does this thing say? Lower node of the astronomical holographic foreman. Planet Oromine 2. Mass 2.3 trillion teratons. An uninhabitable wasteland scavenged by nuclear dust storms and constant seismic upheavals. Oh, we're getting some lore. Talon 4. Mass 5.1 trillion teratons. Profile ecosystem studies indicate that Talon 4 was a biological paradise prior to the impact of the extraterrestrial object. What remains of the biosphere is slowly fading due to the exposure to Phazon radiation. At current rate of decay, Talon 4 will be barren, class 13 wasteland in approximately 25 years. Wow. So the planet is dying. Twin Tabula, 4 trillion teratons. Planet is best known as twin fever, a disease caused by a viral strain native to twin turbula. In the early stages of the disease, victims suffer from double vision. When the twin sight fades, the victim is near death. Wow. Planet Billium, 3.8 trillion teratons. Quarantine. Atmosphere is rife with materialis, a sentient gases, global exterminator virus. Good lord. Cool lore, yeah, I know. Welcome, vacant. Crazy lore. Ooh, that again, some crazy Metroid lore about their the space, man. Oh, it's Zebs. We're still in the same galaxy cluster, huh? Too bad it's gone. 4.8 trillion teratons. Planet's crust is primarily etheric ore, making it ideal for a subterranean construct. A class 19 planet. Zebes is inhospitable to most bioforms. The world was considered unremarkable until it became the base for space pirate forces. You have scanned 50% of the logbook. Wow. That's crazy. What else is in this cluster? Now I know why they went to Talon 4, because it was basically the closest planet for the space pirates. Is this it? Is that? Yeah, I guess it's all the planets in this star cluster. It's pretty neat. Didn't know Zebs was part of this same cluster. I almost did not make it. Where am I going? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's funny. That's what I'm hearing. I thought that was part of the music. It's like heartbeat. What did I get? What's my prize here? What is this? Super missiles? Super missiles! Let's go! Super missile acquired. Let me get a drink. Because I are thirsty. I thirsty. This powerful tech uses 5 missiles. Wow, it does. It's just a piston apparently. Big wind. Hang on. I'm going to do something real quick on my phone here. There we go. Doop. Oops. There we go. It uses 5 missiles. Use the power beam, press hold charge, and then press R to fire. So it's like a charge beam for missiles. I just realized I didn't scan it. Why didn't I scan it? Dang it. I'm stupid. Ah! I didn't scan the super missiles. I hate it here. Why didn't I scan the super missiles? And you can't get more because it's just the upgrade. It's just a charge shot for the missiles. Oh, there's more stuff here. All holo technicians report to the main observatory. Maintenance required both holo modules. Chief Astrogen Officer feels our current dual holo projector system is obsolete. Please review and advise. I don't know why I didn't scan. It's going to forever haunt me. It's going to forever haunt me, man. Not scanning the super missiles before I collected it. Ow! Die. Die. There. There. Control tower. Is there anything else in here? I guess. Oh, okay. It's not a cutscene elevator. It's just an elevator. Oh, this place. Ah! Oh, stop it! I'm gonna assume I can. This is like when I'm supposed to like use the super missiles. These guys. Yeah, I remember these guys. These dunguses. Flying pirate. Pirates are trained to assault, trained and equipped for airborne assault. Flying pirates are extremely agile to air, but the heat signatures on the jetpack can be tracked with the thermal imaging. While their missiles are extremely potent, their jetpacks are even more so. If the pack fails, they will make a suicide strike. So. They just blow up, dude. They just blow up. Where are they? Oh, there. Oh god, they're everywhere. Two birds with one stone. That fight went a lot faster than what I remember because I guess it's because I read the description of the super missiles this time. Okay, some of these boxes you can destroy, some of them you can't. Go. Want that? Okay. Anything up here? I wonder. No. Not even anything worth value for scanning either. Why is it up here? Oh god. I didn't know. What the? Shut off. That scared me. Sarasvana. Sarasvana jump scare. Oh, what the? I went the wrong way. I absolutely went the wrong way. Can I get back on that? Yes, I can. That's on the VOD now. I'm like, where is this song coming from? Oh god. Are you serious? Are you actually serious here? Any more? Are they just here forever now? Interesting. Yeah, I guess these guys are here forever. At least I got some ammo from it. Research Lab Aether granted step in the hologram. Right. Oh, cutscene. The Metroid. Found it. I love that. I love that.
Recording to logbook.
I love that Metal Gear Solid 4 like flashing. Talon Metroid, energy-based parasitic predator. The effects of Phazon have turned these Metroids, a species of alpha predator native to SR-388, into a unique subspecies found only on Talon 4. A Talon Metroid will latch onto its prey and drain its energy, growing larger as it does. The only way to shake the attached Talon Metroid is to enter Morph Ball mode and lay a bomb. Oh god. Oh, it's dead. Containment temperature stable at 3 degrees centigrade. Whatever. Internal organs of Metroid seem to be limited to nucleonic absorption cells and massive energy reservoirs. Kind of sounds like the place is like blowing up here. Oh god. Looking up the lore, the hooked mandibles in the Metroid penetrate the skin of its prey and siphon pure life force energy. Metroid containment fields appear 100% effective after adjustment. Metroid brain scan results in. Studies show accelerated activity in the parental lobe during hunting cycles at temperatures above 10% centigrade. What is this?
Recording to logbook.
The reconstruction of Geoform 187, codenamed Ridley, was recently completed after its defeat on Zebes. Command ordered a number of metagenic improvements for him. Though aggressive, we were able to implement these changes in a cycle. The metamorphosis was painful but quite successful in the end. Early tests indicate a drastic increase in strength, mobility, and offensive capability. Cybernetic modules and armor plating have been added as well. We believe our creation, now called Meta Ridley, will become the mainstay of our security force, a job he will certainly relish. Meta Ridley.
Recording to logbook.
After initial transfers of Metroids to Talon 4 research facilities have been completed, 3 were terminated in an incident at landing site, but the others were pacified and transported safely. Initial Phazon infusing testing is underway. We are eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids, especially their ability to absorb and process their energy given off by Phazon sources. Early research suggests a considerable growth in power and size. Whether the creatures stay stable thereafter remains to be seen. Ooh, what the? Oh. Time to kill stuff. Ugh. Oh, there's Metroids all over the place. Oh god. Like, there's another Metroid right there. Oh, this tank holds the remains of Experiment 7526, conversion of Elite Pirate unsuccessful. Oh, wow. So this was supposed to be an Elite Pirate, but it's dead. Empty tank user biological experiments. Phazon infusing stage 6. Subject Metroid BR5497. Subject's mass 180% of previous Phazon cycle. Increases dosage by 4%. Stasis tank CO12 is contaminated beyond acceptable safety standards. Remove immediately. Empty tank, empty tank. Interesting. This item permanently increases your maximum energy. Why is it here? Can I get it? There we go. I guess I can kill this Metroid too. Thing grows bigger. Ah, God! It has died. Wow. What else is here?
Recording to logbook.
Studies of Metroid biology continue through with the limited progress. It seems like they will be much more successful using the Metroids for our means rather than trying to reproduce their powers. If they could be adequately tamed, we would have no need to be proper understanding of their metabolism. A small force of disciplined Metroids could wipe out entire armies, and once we find a way to shield them from cold containment weapons, they will be invincible. Furthermore, if we could harvest the energy they consume, we would have near limitless source of power at our disposal. Quarantine specimen exhibits a highly aggressive behavior. Its body structure, composed of phazon or appears nearly invulnerable. This has to render our efforts to train the disciplined subject useless. Project Titan is suspended indefinitely. Security breaches resulting in massive casualties have occurred. Access is strictly prohibited until further notice. East Quarantine Cave has been secured. Specimen remains in the quarantine area. All experiments suspended pending pacification. Or pacification. Whatever. I don't know the word! I'm dumb! Motion near Hunter Metroid DG appears to trigger psychotic episodes. Personnel are to stay at least 3 meters away from the stasis tank. Hunter Metroid... That's so stupid. Hunter Metroid DS is showing signs of increased instability and a heightened immunity to cold dampening fields, like Metroid Hunters. I don't think that's what it meant, but that's just funny. I knew it. There's a missile over here that I missed. And there's lore! Lore! Confidence is high regarding Phazon applications. We know enough about Phazon now to begin combining it with space-powered DNA. The code name for this adventure will be Project Helix. Preliminary studies indicate that Phazon infusion could produce radical new power genomes. Benevolent mutation levels are high in current test subjects. Phazon madness is a concern, but refinements in the infusion process should reduce or neutralize the odds of mental degeneration. Blah, I can't talk. I don't know English. Directive: in the event of the Metroid attack, repel creature with missiles set to maximum concussion. Energy-based creatures Metroids show immediate mass increase upon energy absorption. So the more energy they absorb, the bigger they be. Dang it! I don't know how you're supposed to get up there. Oh, I can just jump up here. Duh. Incoming scan data? What? Pirate communicate research facility located? Thanks. I know this. It's kind of a. It's kind of. Thanks for letting me know. I kind of knew. Oh, mother sucker! I want this missile. I want this missile tank, please. Please, ma'am. Okay. Oh, you can't give this to me. You can't keep doing this to me. It's so funny that it was kind of like this on the Wii as well. Oh my god, this camera angle. Fudge! Oh my god, how did I fall? Ah! Monkey ball! There we go. Oh god! I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh! I hate it. I hate it so much. What is it about GameCube era? I guess it's because I think Monkey Ball was a launch title for the GameCube, was it? I don't know what it is about these types of puzzles. They were everywhere on the GameCube, like Billy Hatcher and all that. Like, bro. Okay, we did it. We got more. We got more missiles. All right, now we can continue. Oh, what the hell? What is this thing?
Recorded to logbook.
Ice beetle, burrowing insect with an ice reinforced carapace, adverse to heat. This member of the beetle family has adapted life into the sub-zero temperatures in the Findrana drifts, growing a thick ice shell over its entire body. The ice is extremely resilient, providing the ice beetle with extra protection and augmented digging abilities. It blew up. Ah, more dunguses. I love using the super missiles because they just disintegrate. And no more space pirate. I just realized I just skipped over that that computer with juicy lore. Juicy Busey. Testing of thermal imaging software complete. Commencing download to Tactical Advisor prototype for field testing. Central tank controlled circuit connections terminated. Ooh, that looks like something I would like to have. Oh, it's another Metroid. Huh, that would be... How many other Metroids are there? Very interesting, very interesting, very cool, very cool. Nice to know there's a couple of Metroids in the vicinity. More Metroid. There's like at least two. I see. Two Metroids. That means, That means at any moment I'm going to be fighting some Metroids. Cool, 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 cool. Nice to know, nice to know. 3 Metroids. Oh. I'm going to fight all the Metroids I see. Central tank has been terminated. What's fighting me? Oh, that thing. Oh. That's cool that actually the Samus's face actually does show her getting hit. Like she's like shaking like, oh. That is actually very interesting. Thermal vision. Force field network active around object. Oh, here it is. Central main current deactivated. What doth thou? Thermal visor. Now I can see. Thermal heat. Activate the visor. You found 25% of all items. New extras unlocked in the main menu. Oh, great. Nice. Oh, everything's powered off. This was a great gimmick back in the day. Very dark. Guess I need to find out how to get through, huh? How to turn the power back on. Yeah, of course. It did. This is so disorienting. The heat, the thermal vision. Man, super missiles are like so OP. What am I supposed to be doing with this? Oh. Does that mean that this is open now? Oh. Nope. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Whatever weapon that's supposed to be there. Well, actually, I can figure it out. Oh, I don't have the white door gun. Hearing Samus's not doors, feet on the ground here with the thermal energy just reminds me of like a Nintendo 64 game, like Perfect Dark or GoldenEye. More so Perfect Dark than anything. See in the dark, you have to use this weird infrared sensor. Alright. Oh, what the hell? What were these things?
Recording to logbook.
Sentry drones, well armed and armored in security metro. Sentry drones have limited intelligence, but they do their assigned tasks well. Being machines that are susceptible to electrical attacks, when alerted, drones initiate the security lockdown and then attempt to neutralize the intruder. Their electronic warfare suited can scramble the visor technology as well. It's still dark. Whoa, more Metroids are here. These Metroids were not there before. Oh, that definitely was not here before either. God. I like how he just doesn't go after Samus at all. Are you serious? Just ragdolls down that. Which way am I going? I don't remember where I'm going. I'm going the right. I think I'm going the right way here. So. Is it dark still? It seems like. Yeah. Oh, Is there something in here? Like, for real, for real? Oh, God. Is this save data... Oh, not save data. The safe room dark? Yeah. Alright. Beat, 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 beat. Man, this whole area is just dark now. Okay. Time to kill some Junguses. What's this? Is this anything? No. It was something, but it's nothing anymore. Oh, is it gone now? There was a thing there. Okay, where's the door? I thought there was a door around here. Here it is. Oops. I like it whenever we get ooh, more stuff. More Metroids too. I'm not trying to open a door. But thank you for the reminder. Okay, there's something different with that one. Wait, no, it's not. It's just very weird. Oh my god, they're everywhere. It's like literally like a mass genocide of the space pirates. They all got hit by a super missile and most of them died. Or at least just about died. And I just had to shoot him a couple times. Oh, there's something over here. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Or maybe it's... Oh, it's just fine. Was it fine in here, too? Yeah, it was mostly fine over here. Oh, no more thermal. I was like, man, why is the thermal making my my vision off? Well, we're back here. Okay, time to go to the save spots. Made it out of that hellhole. Okay, I want to finish this section before I stop for the day. Because it kind of looks like we're going to go through here, and that's our next major boss. So, and that's pretty much the Phendrana Canyons. Oh, what? No power still. Aha. Really? Well, I guess, well, now I don't know. Because that looks like a thing to bring power back, but there's... What is that thing? Well... I guess we could just stop here. Because, I thought... Hey, what? And this thing. I'm not satisfied. Like, yes, I do want to watch Sarah's Fauna, but... And I am getting hungry. But dang, dude. There's something there, that's for sure. I'm cheesed. Was there something I was supposed to switch off over here to open up this door? Because this looks very... Wait. Okay, they're not going to give me a hint yet. Oh. I could sit around and wait for a hint to come up, but, let's go ahead and, find a more pleasant place to do our stuff. Like, a more pleasant area to end the day on. Because there's a lot of stuff that's still, like... There's still a lot we can go through, I feel. We got the wave beam, we got super missiles. So we should be able to get through a lot more of the area here. What is going on here? What on earth? What is going on? Why is it... Oh, what? The things grew up. Okay. I don't want to fight that right now. Oh my god, things are different here now. Things are mad different. Wow. Things have changed around the area. Things have drastically changed. Hang on. Okay, let's get out of this map. Get out of this map and go back to this area. Heat City. Because I legitimately don't know where I'm going. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going, man. It always feels like that. It always feels like, I don't know where I'm going. And then I stumble upon where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. These guys are here now. Oops, I did it again. Oh, fudge. Oh, God, can I... No, it won't. Yeah, those missile guys, the turrets and all the enemies have changed. They've evolved. Is this when I was supposed to go over there? To that shortcut? Shortcut, not shortcut. Nah. Oh, God. Let's go back to the ship. Where is the ship anyway? This way? Yes. Wonder when I get the grapple beam. Wait, was I supposed to? Hang on. This may be a massive waste of my time. But hang on. Hang on. This could be a waste of my time, but I just thought of something. I just thought of something. We're 25% complete. Wow. Almost 5 hours into the game. I feel like I can easily get like 20 hours of this game. Easily. We're already 3 hours into our stream here. Wow. Probably about time I quit because I've been kind of like consistent with like the 2 hour, 3 hour streams here. Yeah, I just realized something here. Just realized something I could be doing. That's what it was. That's what it was. There we go. Wasted so much time when all I could have been doing was that. That would have been... I'm so thankful I didn't save anywhere else except for there. Because that would have been such a waste to go all the way around. I was like, wait, I had these super missiles. It was so stupid of me. Oh my god. I was like, I remember going through a lot of this game pretty easily. Like, I didn't really need a guide, and I was like, oh, duh. I didn't even think about using my super missiles there. Okay, here we go. This is what I was thinking. We were going to fight this thing, whatever it is. Rocks. It's the freaking rock golem from Breath of the Wild. The rock. You can call me Dwayne. Blarg, blarg. Tardis. Recorded the logbook. Thardos, an animated sentient creature of stone charged with phazon radiation. The phazon radiation given off by Thardos negates the auto targeting system, preventing the lock-on. It may be possible to acquire alternative targets with a different visor. The chaotic nature of phazon radiation leads to instability. In its structural integrity, Thardos can encase targets in ice, and its colossal size and strength make it a formidable opponent. Ooh. come on. Oh! Oh. Oh God. There we go. Ah, come on. God, it's really tough. There we go. This really does remind me so much of a Zelda boss. It hurts. There. See another spot. There's this one. He's a very long boss, isn't he? Ooh. It is foggy. It's a big chunk of his body there. Oh! Can I not? What's going on here? Oh, I was frozen. He's almost dead. There. There we go. Those god rays. Samus runs like ah. Oh. Hmm? Hair in the head. There it is. That was a little goofy cutscene. Hit her in the head. Like, dunk. Spider ball. There we go. That's what we're looking for. New extras. I don't know why I didn't scan the spider ball. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff over here. Anything good to note in this area except for the spider ball? Was there a... Looks like there's a thing over there. Oh, there's multiple things. Like there's a thing over here. Like over here. Is there a way to get over there in this little thing? Guess not. Kind of looks like you can make it over here, though. Okay, how do you... There we go. Wow. Ah, so that's how you do it. When you get the grapple beam, you can go over there. I see. I see. Oops. Oops. Hey, what does this lead to? Magmore Caverns South. Oh, it tells you how to do the thing. What's over here? Oh, it doesn't scan. It doesn't tell me what to scan. Okay. I wish the scanner would tell me what it does, like what weapon I'm supposed to be getting for that. I wish it would tell me. Tell me now. Where am I at? I'm in Magmore Caverns. There's 2 places here. Safe spot. Interesting. It's very interesting that there's a convenient save over here. Okay. Does this tell me exactly what's going on? Where am I? Well, I'm pretty close to right there. Huh. So okay, I guess this is a good spot to stop at. So we got a lot. We got a lot today. We got the wave beam, boost ball, spider ball, some tanks and whatever, space jump boots. We got a lot done today. Go ahead and go back to the main screen here. Yeah, we got a lot done today. So yeah, good game. I'm going to play more of this this week. So and probably when I finish it, I might go on. I might just go on to Metroid Prime 2 and 3. But I do know I need to get through 8-layer Ryza. We're in the middle of that game and we should finish it. I don't want to abandon games this year. So yeah, I'll probably do like a probably do like Metroid Prime Ryza, maybe. But I know tomorrow I'm probably going to play more Metroid Prime. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. Ex Vacant, thank you for being here and reading up some lore with me. Lax, as always, thank you, and thank you for showing me that Mario Brothers trailer. I'm going to watch it again. I want to eat something and relax and go to work and feel miserable. Anyway, thank you all, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.